It's not every day a rusty bucket becomes a geopolitical firestorm, but that's exactly what's happening with a beat-up warship in the Philippines. China's freaking out, and nobody gets why. In this video, we're diving into the drama of the South China Sea, a hotspot brimming with tension. At the heart of it is the BRP Sierra Madre, a rusting ship that's got China's attention. We'll unpack why this seemingly forgotten relic is causing such a stir. The South China Sea, a sea of claims. The South China Sea is a vital waterway. It carries trillions of dollars worth of trade every year, and it's also home to rich fishing grounds and potential oil and gas reserves. No wonder several countries have competing claims over its islands, reefs, and waters. One of those countries is the Philippines. They claim a bunch of features in the Spratly Islands, including this speck on the map, 𝐸 Thomas Shoal. It's barely even an island, more like a submerged reef with a sandbar sticking out at high tide. But here's the twist. China claims almost the entire South China Sea, including 𝐸 Thomas Shoal, using a vaguely defined 9-dash line on their maps. The rusty defender. Enter the BRP Sierra Madre. Now, what's the uproar about the BRP Sierra Madre? This isn't exactly a top-of-the-line warship. It's a relic from World War II, a tank landing ship that's seen better days. The Philippines acquired it in the 1990s, and in 1999, they did something audacious. They deliberately ran it aground on 𝐸 Thomas Shoal. That's right, folks. They beached it. This wasn't exactly a luxurious retirement plan for the BRP Sierra Madre. It's been slowly decaying ever since, battered by waves and the harsh tropical sun. But here's the thing. By grounding the ship, the Philippines essentially created a tiny rusty outpost in the middle of the disputed territory. A symbol, if you will, that they weren't backing down from China's claims. China's fury. Why the fuss over a rust bucket? You might think China wouldn't care about a dilapidated ship with a skeleton crew, but you'd be wrong. They see the BRP Sierra Madre as a thorn in their side, a constant reminder of the Philippines' defiance. China has repeatedly tried to force the Philippines to remove the ship. They've harassed resupply vessels, used water cannons and lasers, and even threatened to tow it away themselves. It's all very dramatic for a ship that looks like it could fall apart in a stiff breeze. Why the big fuss? Here's the thing. The BRP Sierra Madre, despite its rusty state, serves several purposes for the Philippines. First, for symbolic presence. It is a symbol of Philippine sovereignty. By keeping it there, they're saying, hey, this is our territory, and we're not going anywhere. It may not be much, but it's a physical manifestation of their claim. And as legal outpost, the BRP Sierra Madre allows the Philippines to maintain a legal foothold on 𝐸 Thomas Shoal. International law gives special rights to countries with permanent structures on reefs and islands. The bigger picture, rising tensions, and the U.S. role. The BRP Sierra Madre might be a rust bucket, but it plays a surprisingly important role in this geopolitical chess game. But it's just one piece on the board. The bigger picture involves the ever-growing tension between China and the U.S. in the region. The U.S. doesn't claim any territory in the South China Sea, but they have a strong interest in maintaining freedom of navigation for all countries. They regularly conduct freedom of navigation operations by sending their warships close to disputed features, much to China's annoyance. What's next for the rusty warship in the South China Sea? So, what does the future hold for the BRP Sierra Madre and the South China Sea? Here are a few possibilities. Number 1. The status quo. The most likely scenario is that things will continue much as they are. The Philippines keep the BRP Sierra Madre there, China keeps grumbling, and the US keeps sailing through. It's not ideal, but it's not necessarily a recipe for war either. Escalation. Unfortunately, the risk of escalation is always present. A more assertive Chinese government or a particularly aggressive incident could lead to a military confrontation. This is a scenario everyone wants to avoid. And third, diplomacy and negotiation. The best outcome, of course, would be a peaceful resolution. This would involve all parties coming to the table and negotiating a solution that respects everyone's claims. It's a long shot, but it's the only way to achieve lasting stability in the region. The BRP Sierra Madre might be a rusty relic, but it's a reminder of the complex geopolitical issues at play in the South China Sea. It's a symbol of defiance, a legal tool, and a potential flashpoint. The future of this contested waterway remains uncertain, but one thing's for sure. The world will be watching closely. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button. You might also want to catch the Philippine president's bold warning to China regarding sea aggression in the region. Just click the image on the screen. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on the BRP Sierra Madre and the future of the South China Sea. Until next time, stay curious.